Hey guys, today PhoneArena is presenting something really interesting. This is the Android phone with the largest camera resolution out there. 14 megapixel camera we have on the Altek Leo with xenon flash, much more powerful than the usual LED flashes we find on Android smartphones. It looks more like a point and shoot camera rather than a phone, and it's relatively thick compared to today's smartphone standards, but given the fact that we have 3 times optical zoom in the camera lens here, we're willing to forgive the thickness, and it's actually pretty light considering the thickness and the size. To hold in the hand, let's have a look around. We have a 3.2-inch capacitive touchscreen, 480 by 800 pixels of resolution. Pretty good resolution for this size of screen, so everything appears crisp and clear. Let's look around the sides. On the right-hand side, or should we say on the top of the camera, we have the volume rocker, camera button, 2-stage shutter button, and this wheel here for the optical zoom. There's a mini USB port at the bottom and the lock power button is on the top. Another thing worth mentioning about the design of the Altek Leo that you won't meet on any other Android phone is that you have to consider this optical zoom lens pops out when you fire up the camera, either with a dedicated camera button here or when pressing one of the camera app icons right here. And if you're holding it as a regular phone, let's say you're holding it like that and you tap the camcorder icon, the lens pops out, opens up, and then there's a big possibility that you might drop the phone if it catches you by surprise, so bear this in mind. Let's close the lens now. Let's have a look at the interface on this Android 2.1 phone and the camera interface as well, and tell a little bit more about the quality of the pictures. The company has skinned the default Android 2.1 interface a little bit with this orange and green color combination, very pleasant for the eye with brushed metal elements here and some of the buttons in the applications and the notification bar, for example. Not a lot of applications, only the basics, since this is not true with Google device. You can't have Android Market or Maps pre-installed on it. You have to use the supplied Leo Sync software to just drop Android applications in the APK format, so you can install them. We couldn't install Android Market this way, so you can forget about paid apps for now, but we could install some others. The 800 MHz chipset is enough for the everyday tasks. Scrolling is pretty fluid, as you can see. It's the music player, this nice brushed metal and orange theme. But other than that, it's the standard music player. The browser is without Adobe Flash support, since we have Android 2.1 here. Other than that, scrolling is fluid. Pinch to zoom works well. Double tap too. And since we have this nice 480 by 800 resolution on a 3.2-inch screen, text appears very crisp and is very readable. The only downside of the browser again is the lack of Adobe Flash support. The email app allows you to set up your favorite online accounts like Gmail, for example. The message app, that supports with keyboard, and it can be set for handwriting recognition as well. Works pretty good for Asian characters, of course. There are a couple of other apps. The basics are covered, but since you cannot install easily Android applications, you're basically stuck with what's on the phone for now. In the settings app, you can connect your Facebook, Flickr, Picasa, YouTube accounts and upload pictures and video from the Altek Leo directly to these online services. Main menu. Let's have a look at the camera interface now. The camera options are more akin to a point and shoot than a smartphone camera. This is the automatic scene mode. We also have smile shutter, panorama, self-portrait, night shot, 15 scene modes, ISO, sports, macro, others for each and every occasion you can think of. It's nice frame composite. You can put your subject in a funny frame. You can change the resolution, shoot in burst mode, consecutive shots one after the other. And you have close eye warning and some other features that are more familiar with point and shoot cameras. In the end, we'll say that we'll definitely take the Altek Leo on our next vacation, since it takes very well detailed photos with good color representation. It's probably one of the best photos you can find on a phone this side of the Nokia N8. The downside is that it's not true with Google device, so we don't have Android Market, Maps and the other Google services. You have to jump through hoops to install applications on the Altek Leo. But if you're going to use it just as a camera and for calls, it's a very good offer. This was a video preview of the Altek Leo from PhoneArena. For more details about the phone, you can visit us at phonearena.com.